Did you open up like that throughout songs because of being bullied as a kid in school or things that you had struggled with like as a young teen? Or why did you want to be so open in your music?
I always wanted to be that vulnerable in my music because I'm not afraid, you know what I'm saying, of anything. And then also, it's like, this is for me,
right?
You know, like this song, I know everybody will enjoy it, but I made it so I could cry. You know, like I made it so I could work through that thing. And in music and in art, like you're trying to make people feel things. So if you go right to the center of the actual feeling, that's how you're going to get some shit somebody needs to play forever.
Right.
That is where the real stuff is at. So, you know, I've never shied away from like getting as vulnerable and as like open about how I'm struggling or how I'm winning or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's like honesty and that's where like the real shit is at. And I feel like sometimes a lot of artists like will want to give you an open story about how they're feeling, but they want to serve it to you in this package that says, but I'm still this and that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just want to give you a little bit of, but I'm also kind of vulnerable too.
Right.
Just a little.
It's like you hide it a little bit. I'm still
hide it a little bit. I'm still cool,
shit.
but I'm going through a little shit. You'll really figure out what it is, or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like skip that.
Yeah.
If I'm going to like tell you something that I'm going through, I'm going to tell you for real.
All right. Love that. And you know, turn into this, I mean, you were a cool guy, but you turned into this cool guy from the outside with big songs, albums. We mentioned Beautiful Loser. Lie to Mine, that come out, I think it was 2017, 2018? 2018. That album, you talk a lot about mental health and open up about depression and just kind of you've always been open, but I think it's probably where you were the most vulnerable to that point in your career. Why did you want to like make that a theme of that album, mental health?
Because I wanted to be honest, you know, and to be honest now, like during that time, that was sort of like a tough decision because I just had the happiest song in the world, you know, and everything was just like so massive kind of overnight, you know, just looking around, seeing myself being this person everywhere.
ispy changed your life.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm in Tokyo on a massive billboard for a Gap ad, and then I'm in the McDonald's music video, and then like, you know what I mean? All these crazy things. But so much about that album, I know my partners probably would have wanted it to be branded a totally different way.
Right.
But I was explaining to them the truth. I was like, you know, I Spy is a song made out of necessity to pick me up.
Yeah.
Because currently my family is going through this very traumatic thing and I feel very down. And Light of Mine was about me not letting the final kind of hope and optimistic and gentle and happy part of myself go out.
Yeah.
You know, and like really trying to cultivate and hold on to this light of mine was really a lot of the inspiration for that. So yeah, I just had to be honest. And so that's why the cover looked that way. That's why I picked those songs.
Yeah.
Because that was my genuine statement. And I felt like I would help more kids like, you know, save their lives in some sense.
Yeah.
If I gave them music explaining to them where I was at instead of just like 15 just bangers.
Right. Well, I feel like a lot of artists are genuine and do open up, but there's a good amount, and it's starting to change now, but I feel like for a long time, the majority was like trying to make the radio song, the club banger, like didn't like want to open up about and be vulnerable. They just wanted to make that song that was going to pop and obviously like make money, get you on tours. I get all that. It's a business.
Yeah.
But that album and you being open like that and just explaining how you were really feeling, I think it's super powerful. And you mentioned your family going through some really tough times, and I obviously want to respect your privacy, but can you open up just a little bit about kind of what you guys were going through and how tough that was on your own mental health?
Yeah, it was just a mental health related issue, and the privacy of the people I love is always going to be like top thing for me, you know? But yeah, it was a mental health related issue with somebody we loved, and we were trying to like understand how to best help that person.
Right.
And for a lot of people, you don't know, you know,
Yeah.
you don't know. You never talk about it. They don't really teach it to you in school.
Yep.
You can go take psychology if you want
Yeah.
and realize maybe there's doctors that help, but like, it's not something that was very, especially at the time, something that a lot of people had experienced. So we couldn't really go to other people for help either.
Right.
You know, we tried and other people didn't know.
Yeah.
So it was just really, it was really difficult because it just felt like, man, you know, why, not why me, but like why us?
Yeah.
And you're sitting there trying to come to grips with that question of like, why is this traumatic thing happening to us? And then also you feel kind of like helpless.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you feel helpless, then you start feeling like a little valued, like devalued, you know?
Yeah.
Like you just, like what kind of family member am I that I can't like stop this music thing and like really try and get this person some help?
Right.
You know, because there's only so much that like my mom could do. Like we needed to come together as a collective, and we did.
Yeah.
And eventually everything worked out. But just during that moment, those were all the feelings that were going on.